Welcome to our Super Saturday. I'm Gina. I work in Teen Services, and I'm so excited to have everyone here. We have a great program today, and I just want to let you know about a few other programs coming up. Next week, Super Saturday is also going to be here in the Walker Community Room, and we're having a play by Arts Live Theater, which, if you're not familiar with, is a group of young performers. So we're excited to have them. And next Sunday, April 12th, from 2 to 4, we have a drop-in event in the Event Center, and it's a space exploration event. We're super excited. It's in partnership with NASA and with the Northwest Arkansas Astronomy Club, and we're actually going to have a portable planetarium here, so you can experience that, and some solar telescopes. So feel free and come explore space with us. If you have any drinks with you today, that's fine, as long as they have a lid. If they don't have a lid, if you could just take them outside of this room, that would be great. And we're really excited for today's performance by the Institute of Creative Music Collective. And so I'm just going to pass the time to them, and I'm excited to hear all this music.
All right. Well, thank you so much for having us. My name is Chris Teal, and I'm the director of the Institute for Creative Music, which runs the Denton Jazz Workshop, as well as I'm a teacher at the Selwyn School, and we're all from North Texas. So we drove over yesterday and have been hanging out and enjoying all that Northwest Arkansas has to offer. And today we are going to play some music, sing some music, get you guys moving and dancing and answering any questions you guys have. But today is all about jazz and creative music. And so we're gonna make a lot of new sounds. We're gonna kind of show you and demonstrate how we make these sounds. And hopefully we're also gonna make some music together. So a big part of this, I know that we're up on a stage and we got a lot of young folks here. I would totally encourage you, get up here, dance, move around. Everybody's welcome to come and sit on the floors. We're gonna do some stuff where I'm gonna be just like talking to the little ones and stuff like that. So the more noise and action from the audience, the better. And so that is encouraged. We're gonna start off with a song that is from I guess a Disney movie that you guys should probably be familiar with. This is from Mary Poppins, and it's a New Orleans take on supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. So here we go. Thank you very much. And so, if you're just joining us, we are the Institute for Creative Music, Denton Jazz Workshops, and the Selwyn Jazz Bands. And how many of you guys, even if you didn't hear me say what it was, did anybody recognize that song by listening to it? Anybody hear that song? Great. And so a big important thing about understanding music is doing things that are familiar, meaning, so let's see, I gotta put this down. Okay. So that means that it's something familiar, and so we would think of that, it's like, it's the same. So can everybody show me like same hands? So it's like, these are the same, right? And so it's something that you recognize. And a big thing about understanding new things is finding things that are not the same. So show me not same hands, okay? So you're gonna hear some things today that are not the same. So it's things that you don't recognize, but you're also gonna hear some things that are gonna be familiar. So this is same hands. Everybody show me same hands. And then not same hands, okay? So this is a way that you can just sort of show that it's something familiar or it's something new, okay? So in jazz music, which is what we just played, that's an example of that. We can sing with our voice, that is an instrument. We can also play instruments that work in different ways. And so I'm gonna have a couple of our musicians sort of demonstrate what's going on here, just so that you guys know what's going on. So first of all, a very important thing that we can all do. So right now, I am using an instrument that is just my body. So I am singing, I am talking. We all do this every day. Like we're making conversations, we're listening, we're just using our instrument. So that is our body. We can all do that. Beatrice and Nora were also singing on that song, and so they were doing that along with doing some other things like that. Did you notice, so Beatrice and Nora were also playing some other instruments. Can you guys show them what you were doing there? So hold them up and maybe do the thing. Make the sound. Does anybody recognize those instruments? You do, show me same hand. Can anybody, you can just call out, what are those instruments that they were playing right there? They're shakers, yep. And it is Easter weekend, so we just realized this is very appropriate that they're playing these. So they're little egg shakers. And the way that they make sound, can you show us? So just give it a little, so they shake them back and forth. Can you do that with your body, just in the air? Kind of move your hand like that. Imagine, you can also like make a shaking sound with your mouth, just go like, so there, you're using your instrument to make a sound, you can also do it with that. All right, so that is probably one of the oldest ways of making sound. We use our voice and our bodies and just like, move stuff around. These other instruments up here, so we have Iris and Cricket and Brady, and Charlie's also gonna play one of these. Does anybody recognize, or first of all, we have an armada of these. Does anybody recognize these instruments? And could anybody say the name of those if you recognize? Shout it out. What is it? That's a clarinet. Yep, I heard oboe, I heard things like that. Those are all very, very close. These instruments are clarinets. And so these are made of wood, so the black part there, and then the metal is the keys. And you blow through it. So can everybody, I just want you guys to pick any random note, and on the count of 3, blow it together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. All right. So they use their breath, they use their voice to go through the instrument, and they can change the sound by pushing buttons as well as moving their face. So that's pretty cool. Has anybody ever played a clarinet or a recorder or anything like that that makes sound using your breath like that? Cool. So that's a super fun type of instrument to play. Miles, right here, can you come and stand in the front, Miles? Check out this instrument. Does anybody know the name of this instrument? Shout it out if you do, if you think you do. You're on stage. Yep. So that is a saxophone. So I'm gonna have Miles make sound on the instrument, and I want you to see if you can recognize if he's making the sound in the same way as the clarinets or if it's something different. All right, Miles, make some sound. What do you think? Was that kind of the same as the way the clarinets were making sound, or was that pretty different? So he was still, I'd say that's pretty much the same. He's blowing through his instrument. Does it look the same as their instrument? It's a different color. It's made of kind of a different material. This is made of metal, but he's pushing down on those buttons. Can you wiggle your fingers on the buttons, Miles? And so he can change the sound with those buttons as well as with his mouth, okay? So that all of these instruments, it's kind of an extension of your voice, of the way that you would sing and play songs like that. We're gonna introduce you to some of the other instruments in a couple minutes, but I think that we can get into some jazz. So these are the ways that we make sound. We sing, we can play instruments. But a lot of it is just creating music just from our bodies and from our minds. All right? So we're going to play a song that is a great example of the jazz history, and it's important to know this music because it comes from fantastic traditions from Africa, from America, from Black traditions, from just all over the world. But it's uniquely American in that it tells different stories of our life. And this song that we're going to play is an example of something that we're going to play with instruments. But then I want you guys to be thinking while we're listening to this song, if you have any problems, because jazz music and blues music is all about conveying emotion and feeling, and sometimes it doesn't have to be like a really serious problem. It can be like, like Gus has had this problem. Where's Gus? Gus, raise your hand. Gus right there. We've been on this trip and Gus has been like, I gotta get some ice cream. Has anybody ever had that problem where you just want ice cream and you don't got it? Whew, that's a problem. But that's also, we can deal with that problem. All right, so I want you guys, while we're playing this song that just uses instruments, think about a problem that you've been having, because we're gonna make a song about your problems, all right? So this is a song called Second Line that is from the great city of New Orleans, which is where jazz comes from, and we're gonna do a short little version of that. Did anybody recognize that song? Was that anything that was familiar? It might be new to a lot of you guys. So if it was new, then you want to say, okay, that was not the same. Did anybody recognize that though?
Go play.
So that song we were just playing there, so that was called the Joe Avery Blues, or Second Line, from the great city of New Orleans, which is where jazz comes from, all right? And that song is a great example of what's called the blues. You guys say the blues? The blues. So the blues is this music that we talk about as like telling a story and sometimes having a problem that we're going to solve. All right, so I want you to keep that in your brain. But first, I want us to make some sound together. So jazz is all about listening and copying and then making things into our own. So I'm going to sing a chunk of that song that we were just playing. I want to see if you guys can copy it back. So you guys are going to do the same as what I did. All right, so here's me then you. All right, so here's me. So 1, 2, 3. Ba 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 da. You sing that, here you go and go. Ba 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 da. Great. All right. So listen to the next part. Here's me. It goes ba 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 da ba da ba da ba 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 da ba da ba. So we get. Does it sound like there's anything that repeats in that? Let me do it again and see if you hear anything that kind of repeats. Ba 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 da ba da ba da ba ba. Ba, ba, da, ba, da, ba. Sound like there's some chunks in there? Let's do that together. Here we go. 1, 2, sing together. Ba, 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 da, ba, da, ba, 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 da, ba. Okay, stop there. So that's our first little chunk. So I think we can remember that. You guys are doing great. You're singing it. You're copying what I'm doing. So we got to go to something that's not the same now. It's going to be similar, but listen to this. So I'm going to start from the beginning. And I bet you guys, your eyebrows are going to raise when it goes to the new part. So I'm going to start from the beginning, listen to it again, and I'm going to add a little bit of different, okay? Ba 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 da ba da ba da ba 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 da ba da ba da ba 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 da ba da ba da ba 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 da. Did you guys notice? I added something in there. Listen to it again, and then we're going to try to sing it together. You can sing along with me, but then we'll do it all together. Here's me. Then. Ba 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 da ba da ba da ba 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 da ba da ba da ba 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 da ba da ba da ba 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 da. You guys think you can sing that with me? You guys are already doing it. Here we go. Let's do it. Can we have the rhythm section to play along with that? So 1, vocals and the rhythm. Here we go. And ba ba ba. Like freeze. So listen to this next chunk. Does it sound like it's something we've heard before, or does it sound like it's something new? Here's me. Ba ba da ba ba da ba ba da da ba 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 da ba da da. Show me with your hands. Is that something that's the same, or is that new? That's new. Okay. So we're getting something that's totally different. Listen to that chunk, and then I'm gonna have you sing it after me. Here's me, then you. Ba ba da ba ba da ba ba da da ba 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 da ba da da. 2, ready and sing. Okay, so let's see if we can do the whole thing. I'm going to go through it once. You can sing along with me, but definitely try to join it the second time. Okay? Here's me in the rhythm section. 1, 2, and you can join in. This is the way everybody learns a lot of stuff. So I want you to think, and I mean this shouldn't be too far back for a lot of you guys. So, has anybody here ever been a tiny, tiny baby? That's great news. That's great news. Okay, so I want you to just kind of think, or maybe observe some of the people that we have in this room about how you learned how to speak. And so you were just hanging out. You were walking around. You were maybe not making any sound except for like you're crying when you need to have food or you need to have your diaper changed. You're not doing a whole lot, but you're bringing in a lot of information. You're listening. You were hearing and feeling things when you were in your mother's womb. You're bringing in a lot of information. But then, eventually, you start making your own sounds. Anybody remember what kind of sounds you make? Sort of like, or boo, 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 boo. Mama, make some baby sounds, right? Make some baby sounds. Right. So this is all very familiar. Some of us probably still make these sounds. And so we're just like getting used to moving our instrument, like our body is an instrument. We gotta get used to using our tongue, our lips, our voice, and things like that. Eventually, we're gonna start to recognize what we were just doing there. We're hearing things that are the same, and we're trying to copy it. We're trying to imitate. And so that's like where I was saying, ba 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 ba. I'm not using words. I'm not using like a symbol or anything like that. I'm just making sounds. You guys are listening. You're feeling, the context of this. I'll use adult words. Context for this, and so we know that it has the style, it has the feel of jazz because I say so. But this is coming from a tradition of jazz. And this is the way that this music sounds, the way that your parent talks, like that's the way that they sound, that's the context. And eventually we start to understand what we're copying a little bit more and say like, oh, okay, I did something, and then it kind of was the same, and it was a little bit different. Ba, 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 da. Oh, that's a little bit different. And then at the end, that was very different. Ba, ba, da, ba, ba, da, ba, ba, da, 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 da. We're just getting used to doing a lot of same and different. So eventually we can start creating in our own way. We're just taking those little chunks of sound and we're going to rearrange them into improvisation. And so that was what we were doing when Iris, so Iris, raise your hand. So after we played that melody, all together, that was like something that we all know. Iris was taking notes from that melody and sort of rearranging it. She was having a conversation with the rest of the musicians who were playing. Was Iris using words when she was having a conversation though? No. So she's just using sounds and tones and rhythm on her instrument. Do you remember what her instrument is? What's that called? The clarinet. So that is a great jazz instrument. It's also used in lots and lots of music. But she can create a little melody and conversation just by playing sounds on her instrument. We can also create our own song by using some words and, remember I mentioned, we gotta think about a problem. Okay, then raise your hand if you thought of a good problem while we were playing. Anybody have a problem? And if not, you can share it right now. So, I'm gonna take, let's see, we're gonna demonstrate a version of this, but then I want you to think, so again, this is like our second thing. Okay, think of a good problem. Because with our blues, we're gonna say the problem, we're gonna say it again, just so that we know what it is, and then maybe we're gonna, develop the problem, or maybe we're gonna solve it, okay? So this song that we're going to demonstrate really quick for you is by a great singer, who's a jazz singer, blues singer, known for a lot of different things, named Bessie Smith. Can you say Bessie Smith? Bessie Smith. All right. And so this is the song. We're just going to do it for you, and then we're going to see if we can make a song that's like it. This is called Backwater Blues. We're going to do basic blues in B flat. So just like. All right. So here we go. Go. Alright, 1, 2, 1, 2. When it rained 5 days and the sky turned dark as night. When it rained 5 days and the sky turned dark as night. Trouble's taking place in the lowlands. Alright, so that's it. So let me say those lyrics again. So I went like this. I said, when it rained 5 days and the sky turned dark as night. Woo. Do you guys notice some of that weather this morning? That's our problem. That's our problem. So we're making a statement. Or it's, it's like this is what we're telling. This is our story. When it rained 5 days and the sky turned dark as night. Kind of looks that way right now, right? And so what happened next? Can you rewind in your brain? Did we do something that was kind of the same or something that was very different? Do you remember? We did something that was pretty similar. So I actually said the same words, but it was over some different sounds. It was like this. When it rained 5 days and the sky turned dark as night. So it's the same words, but the music is a little bit different. Let's see, do you think you guys can sing that much with us? So it goes like this. So you can listen and then try to sing it with us. So 1, 2. When it rained 5 days and the sky turned dark as night. Same words. When it rained 5 days and the sky turned dark as night. to say it again. Just make sure everyone knows something's going on out there. We need people to pay attention. The next part, it kind of continues it along. Let's listen to this and then we're going to do it together. All right, it goes like this. Then trouble's taking place in the lowlands at night. All right, so that last part was, then trouble's taking place in the lowlands at night. Okay, so let's see if we can sing it all together. So we got, when it rains 5 days and the sky turned dark as night. That's our first idea. Don't repeat it, it's pretty much the same. When it rained 5 days and the sky turned dark as night. And then we go to something that's totally different. We gotta continue the story. Then trouble's taking place in the lowlands at night. So we got an idea, we repeat it, and then we continue it, go on. See if you can sing it with us. 1, 2, go. When it rains 5 days and the sky turned dark as night. When it rains 5 days and the sky turned dark as night. Continue that idea, trouble's taking place. Then trouble's taking place in the lowlands at night. Okay, so this is the blues. This is the blues. We say a problem, we repeat it, and then we continue it. All right, so now I'm going to turn it back to you guys. Did anybody think of a really good problem that you think that we could sing about? Anyone want to raise a hand and share an idea? What you got over there? Young man in the red and blue shirt. What was that? Can you repeat it for us?
This song's not good.
This song's not good. I feel it. We're using that. That's great. All right. Believe me, we've had this problem before. We've had this problem before. I'm familiar. This song is yucky. Yep. All right. So let's see. Let's think about how we can fit it into this song. So we're familiar with this song so far. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. The song's really yucky and I wish I could. What's something else? Well, let's see. Well, wait, we're just gonna say the problem, so we don't want to solve it yet. That's for the last part. Let's see. The song's really yucky and it makes me full of fright. I'll use that so we can use it. All right. Oh yeah. Let's see. All right. So our new version. We're taking our problem. What is the name of our friend over there who came up with this great problem?
Clay.
All right, Clay. This is a great blues problem. Okay. So we're gonna sing. This song's really yucky and it gives me, or let's see, and it fills me full of fright. The song's really yucky and it fills me full of fright. You guys think that? 1, 2, go. Well, this song's really yucky and it fills me full of fright. Then we do it again, kind of different. We go. Then this song's really yucky and it fills me full of fright.